We are less than 3 weeks into President Trump's second term, and it has been busy. The president has already signed more than 50 executive orders, and several, as you know, are tied to immigration. Our Ken Molestina is helping us understand what these orders mean and how they may impact immigration in our country.
Considering his promise on the campaign trail, it should come as no surprise that many of President Donald Trump's initial actions in office are targeting immigration and border security. From mass deportations and deputizing local law enforcement to cracking down on asylum claims and changing who can be born as a U.S. citizen. Here's a rundown of the biggest changes that these orders now call for. The declaration of a national emergency at the southern border gives the president the ability to allocate federal money to go toward building the border wall and the ability to send troops to the border, something that is already happening. Now, the president's orders also address finding immigrants who are already in the country illegally and have committed crimes.
These executive orders prioritize detention of non-citizens that are here illegally. I think that's worrisome for people. I think the purported, largest deportation force in history can be scary for people as well.
That's Paul Hunker, by the way. He's the former chief counsel for ICE in Dallas. He's now a private practice immigration attorney. He tells us that in order for the president to fulfill his campaign trail promise of mass deportations, a few things are going to have to happen.
ICE will need to acquire significant additional detention space to detain people pending removal. You would need a lot more ICE officers out there arresting people.
One action calls for the Pentagon and the DHS to prepare Guantanamo Bay for use as a migrant detention facility for the, quote, worst criminal illegal aliens. As far as increasing the number of officers arresting migrants, the president is calling for an expansion of a program called 287G as well, which allows the federal government to deploy local and state law enforcement to help them enforce these laws. Typically, that's the job of federal authorities. It's not just illegal immigration the president is targeting. On Inauguration Day, President Trump shut down CBP One. It's a mobile app that created a lottery system allowing asylum seekers the chance to request a time to be processed at a legal port of entry. He also issued a directive revoking birthright citizenship. It's a move that currently is on hold for now.
It's going to be struck down, in my opinion. The Supreme Court has made it clear that a person born here of undocumented parents is a citizen of the United States.
Hunker believes the president's order saying Border Patrol agents can deport asylum seekers without giving them a hearing will also likely face an uphill battle.
The Immigration and Nationality Act guarantees people the right to present a claim for asylum and protection. They have a right to say, I fear persecution in my country.
Outside of these executive orders, the first bill the president signed into law is the so-called Laken-Riley Act, which expands the federal government's mandate to detain immigrants who are in the country illegally and are convicted or charged with burglary, larceny, or theft. Of course, we're going to continue to follow any new executive orders and actions taken in the coming weeks. For CBS News Texas, I'm Ken Molestina.